The YTPC, Joshua Stewart smoking a pipe up north in the woods. Don't really have a huge plan of what to talk about tonight, but I'm sure something will rattle in my head up there and work its way out. So we'll maybe start with some of the housekeeping, so to speak. Just got a old Missouri Meerschaum Legend corn cob. This is one of them I've got dedicated for non-aromatics. Oh, it went out. And I do have a non-aromatic in there tonight. Hearth and Home Smoky Mountain. Just cracked this tin right before I clicked record. Well, 10 minutes before I hit record. Packed the pipe and got it going. I wasn't as excited to open this as a couple of the other of the Hearth and Home Slow-Aged series that I have. The Smoky Mountain, that to me sounded like a English blend, and I'm finding the Latakia and English blends, and they're okay, but I'm not a huge fan, you know. Not that I don't like them, but there's so many other things that I like more. But then I went on, whether it might be a mistake, might not be, went on tobacco reviews, and there's no Latakia in this. The smokiness is from a Kentucky, dark-fired Kentucky, I believe. Is there any other type of Kentucky? I don't know. I'm still new at this whole game. So that's kind of what made me decide to crack the tin, because I've been finding that I'm really liking some of the Kentuckys lately. It's the first one that I tried. Well, what is it? Maybe that's part of the reason why I like Three Nuns, because there's some dark fired Kentucky in there, and I've been, although I haven't had any for a couple of weeks, but I like that. And then when I met up with Bill Keach a couple of weeks ago, he gave me a sample of the John Cotton dark fired Kentucky. And when I tried that, I was like blown away. That's awesome stuff. I'm gonna have to get some. Then when we were sharing some of our blends with each other, I picked up a tin of Warhorse Bar. And I'd read a few reviews about it ahead of time that it was a pretty strong blend, and I'm not real big into the real heavy nicotine, real strong blends, so I gave him the tin, but then I stole back just a little sample so I could try it. And when I tried that Warhorse Bar, it's like, holy cow, this stuff is awesome. I love it. Although it's a little stronger in the nicotine department than I would care for, but otherwise it's awesome. To me, I mean, if you don't like the Kentuckys, which I didn't know I liked Kentuckys until probably just the last week or two. So then when I was reading about this Hearth and Home Smoky Mountain, it said that there's some Kentucky in there, so I was excited to try it. And I'm halfway through this first bowl now, and it's some pretty good stuff too. So of those three, the dark fired Kentucky, Warhorse Bar, and And this one, I don't know, it's I'm liking them all. But anyway, this Hearth and Home Smoky Mountain, we'll show you the tin again. I love that tin art. For a guy who has Up North in the Woods in his name, what looks more up north in the woods than a little log cabin in the snow? I don't have a little log cabin yet, but I got the woods. But that little log cabin in that artwork looks exactly, other than it's a mirror image, but exactly like what we're planning on building for a kind of intermediate cabin once, because our tent that we have up there, figure maybe get another 5 years out of it. It's been through 3 winters, and the rain fly finally kind of gave out this winter, so I got another one ordered, but I ordered it from a different manufacturer from the tent that we have, so the stove jack is in the wrong place. But I've got a friend that's a tarp guy, so he's gonna put the stove jack in the right place for me. So when I ordered it, I just had it shipped straight to him. He lives about I don't know, 80 miles from me, 70, 80 miles from me. Which if I go a little bit of a roundabout way to go up north, we'll say he's on the way. So when I go up there, I'm planning on going up there next week sometime. I'm not sure which day yet. But so I'll get that picked up and get it put on. But anyway, the little log cabin on that artwork is almost exactly what I've envisioned in my mind for a little starter log cabin for up there. Like I said, this is the third of the slow-aged series from that Hearth and Home, Smoky Mountain now, and then the second one I had was Bright Night. I think that's the straight Virginia one, which I liked it. And the first one I got was supposedly one of the more aromatics. I don't remember what name it was offhand. I don't have the tin handy here either. But I gotta say, each one I'm trying, I think I like them a little more. Although that Virginia, I think it was the Bright Night, that was pretty good too. I think I shared that on here one time a month or two ago. Wouldn't have been much longer than that because I haven't even been on YouTube for 3 months as a presenter. But anyway, like I said, that artwork, we'll show that again. I love that artwork. My phone just vibrated for some reason. Didn't show that I got a notification or anything, but anyway, that artwork. Anybody have any idea how I would go about seeing if I can get like a copy of the artwork, even in a digital format? Because I'd love to, like I say, do the mirror image of it, like I'd like to build someday. Mirror image basically just means the porch would be on the opposite side. that I could make a print of it that's like a 11 by 14 print or something like that. It'd be cool if I could get a hold of whatever the advertising agency was, or the art director or whatever that made that, and if I could get, like, say, a digital copy of that original artwork would be awesome. I don't even know. How to contact. It says distributed by M&D Wholesale Distributors, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So is that like, I don't know. I don't know, but anyway, I'll eventually, I think I've got 2 left to try of that series. Was staying lit real good at first, but no, it's going out on me a little bit. Got a lot of nice comments about my pipe. I hesitate to call it a restoration because I didn't really do any refinishing, but just call it a refurbish. I got it back into usable smoking order, and I could probably polish that bowl a little bit better, and the stem. I mean, especially the stem just kind of has a matte finish to it. It'd be kind of cool if it was glossy. And now I forget who it was. Was it that this is a Rhodesian, since it's got a round stem rather than the diamond or square or whatever? But anyway, I like it. It's a little bit bigger bowl than I usually want to take the time for when I smoke, but you know, let's just put a half a bowl in. So but that was the pipe that I bought a couple weeks ago at the swap meet. And then in the mail the other day, this thing showed up. The K Woody get the cheaters out. K Woody 500. This one isn't going to take much work because it's already been reamed out in the bowl. I don't know if you can see that. So whoever had it prior to me took care of that. The outside finish is in pretty nice shape. I mean, it's not hardly any scratches. I mean, it's probably a 50-year-old pipe, so there's going to be some scratches. But a little bit of oxidation on the stem that I'll have to get taken care of. And then I don't know what it's like in the air channel, how much work I'm going to have to do there to get it cleaned up. But it shouldn't take too much. The only problem that I'm seeing with it is it probably won't show up. There's just a little bit of a gap that doesn't want to seem to close up between the, what is it, stummel and the stem. I don't have all my terminology down, but and just enough that you can see light through it. And I've got the stem tightened up all the way. I'm thinking what it is there's a little bit of a taper. What is that? Is that the phone making a weird thing again? Doesn't sound like normal. Anyway, I think it's seating on that taper right there into here, and it's just not quite going all the way. So I don't know if I force it enough times if it'll bring it down, and then I'll just have to reclock the mouthpiece. Right now it's pretty close. Not perfect, but yeah, this one, that's the biggest problem I see with it. I mean, there's not really seeing hardly anything for bite marks. or tooth chatter. Like I say, that finishes. It's got to be about the glossiest finish of any of these old estate pipes that I got. So anyway, looking forward to that one. But I got probably close to a dozen pipes in the drawer, and a couple of them I don't know are going to be worth it to bring back to life, at least for me at this point. But most of them shouldn't be too bad. Just a good deep clean and they'll be good to go. A couple of them might need some new bit or mouthpiece, whatever you call it. So, oh, would you look at that? We rattled around a little bit, and now we got we're well past 15 minutes already. So anyway, there's our, like I say, it's Friday night. What are we at? Oh shoot, we're almost 11 o'clock. Now I got about 10 more things that I'd like to talk about, but we've run on long enough, and we'll save those for a different day. So with that, this is Joshua Stewart, smoking a pipe up north in the woods. Have a good day.